How do you feel about universal basic income? Because that's a subject that comes up a lot lately. When Elon Musk is talking about these driverless cars, one of the things he's saying is that one thing that we're going to need is universal basic income. He said we're going to have to figure out some way to feed all these people that are going to get taken out of the job market because their jobs have become irrelevant.
So I think that universal basic income is for when the technology gets so good that there legitimately are no jobs. I don't think that we're there yet. So if you have a machine that can make everything basically for free, and then there's a bunch of people who you don't need anymore to do work, then you can talk about a universal basic income because there's no scarcity. Scarcity is what creates a need for labor. So if there's scarcity in any industry, then there's going to be a need for labor. There's going to be need for new labor. People are going to still have to work on these trucks and deal with technology. And the computer industry didn't destroy jobs all over the United States when typewriters went out. So I think it's a little premature. I'm not sure there will ever be a day when there's a machine when the machine society is so well developed that it can take over all jobs. I do think you're seeing a bifurcation in the labor market. So I think people who are in jobs like yours and mine, like we're lucky. This is a creative job. It's hard for machines to create, but for jobs that are single task jobs, a lot more of those are going to be technologically driven. And so people are going to have to, work the right side of their brain a little bit. We're going to have to train people in a different way. But my perspective on universal basic income is when you have a 4% unemployment rate, it's very difficult to say you need a universal basic income. Like it's, again, 96% of people in the labor market who can work are working. So that's not suggesting to me that there's this vast underclass of people who are totally incapable of working. And once you do that, you see what you've seen actually with the disability programs in the United States, right? Where now everybody's on disability. Like the fastest growing government program in America is the disability program, where people declare themselves disabled so that they can get government pensions, basically. Once you have a universal basic income, is there an incentive to work? And also, I'm not sure that you've solved a lot of people's problems. Like people still need something to do with their day.
Yeah, but the idea
how many
is that
60-year-olds do you see who retire and they're dead within 3 years?
The utopian idea is that somehow or another you're going to open up these people's inherent creativity and they'll find something they actually enjoy.
Yeah, that's a bunch of hooey. I mean, how many people say, again...
I love that you said hooey. What are you, like 32? How old are you, man?
I'm 33, yeah.
When you're 33 and you're using the term hooey.
Yeah.
I love it.
It's, again, I hope I never retire because I just know too many people who retire and they're, I'm going to retire and I'm going to golf and I'm going to paint. I'm going to create.
Die.
And 6 months later, they're dead.
They're dead, yeah. Well, people enjoy doing things and feeling like they're valuable, and I don't know if that necessarily has to be a job, but it's a very clear, definitive test of whether or not you're valuable. If somebody gives you money and you get that money and you're like, look, I'm valuable, I'm doing something, I'm contributing, I got a check for my week's work.
There's a lot of hours in the day, and it's going to be hard to fill that with watercolor painting and beat poetry classes.
I don't know, man. I'd find shit to do, but I've been fairly self-employed most of my life.
Yeah, I think
I've gotten into
some people are driven. Like I would find stuff to do too, but there is a difference in not all human beings are the people who would actually go out and take classes and find things to do.